Hello guys, this is Demois. No, it's been a while since I done a YouTube video, but today I felt like doing something to help benefit some people that have been constantly asking me questions about OBS, also known as Open Broadcast Software, and how to use it. So here's a little bit of a beginner's guide of what you should do, how to operate it, and let's get right into it. So first off, some things I can recommend for streaming/OBS is first off, um, you'll want to do for if you're wanting to use OBS. OBS Studio is the new thing. Make sure that you have the latest software by going here and clicking download. I currently have this already installed, so no need for me to do that. But if you don't have OBS or the latest update, go here first. Alright, let's get started. Alright, another thing that I recommend for streaming is to have a folder on your desktop that has all your stuff located in one place. So like your panels, your stuff that you're going to be posting for Twitter, your overlays, etc. See, I have like my headers and my panels and all my overlays located in one place. That just makes it convenient and that much easier for things to be set up. Alright, first thing you want to do is after installing OBS is that you want to right click and then run as administrator and then click yes when it prompts you. I'm using OBS to record currently, but for all intents and purposes, this still should work regardless, I hope. Alright, so close out that and let's go over to this. We'll just do a new, we'll just start a new thing because that is my stuff. Alright, first thing you're left with is a blank page, which can be somewhat intimidating, but it's really not that bad. So, first thing you want to do is go over to File, go to Settings, and then I recommend that you set the theme to dark, just to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, and make it a little bit more user and friendly. We'll minimize that for now, so that's out of the way, and then go to stream. Now here you'll click streaming service, then Twitch. If you are doing this Twitch, if you're not doing this Twitch, then select whichever streaming service that you're using. Right here you'll use your stream key, which you can get from your dashboard. If you scroll down, you'll see stream key. You click here, it'll give you your stream key, copy and copy that, then paste it into this location, and then pick the server that is most closely to you. Wherever you are out in the world, make sure it has the closest one to you so you get the best experience and the least amount of latency. For all intents and purposes, we'll just click here, and then for output, I click, first thing I want to do is go, it's this simple, is click advanced. That way that you can change all these stuff that you want to do. Then you want to go to profile, switch it over to main. That just means it uses a little bit less. Depending on your computer, you want to set this either fast, very fast, super fast, or ultra fast. And then you'll set your bitrate. Talking about bitrate, if you do not know which bitrate to use, the best thing for you to do is to do a speed test. Which, if you just literally Google speed test, you can get to it, run the speed test, or you can use the speedtest.net, which I prefer, which is a little bit more accurate, but let's move on. Alright, so we got that out of the way. This is a music application that you can use while streaming that has copyright-free music, so well, so you can do VODs, etc. If you want to use copyright music, I do not recommend doing VODs because they will be muted. Next thing you'll want to do is either create a Streamlabs account or a Muxer account and set up alerts. Those will not be covered today, but here's 2 locations that you can go in order to do that. Alright, so let's move on to this. For audio, make sure that you have the highest sample rate that you can get. Make sure that is set to stereo. Make sure that your desktop audio is set up to whatever is in your ears. So for me, it is here. And for right here for your mic, make sure it is set to your mic that you're currently using. It should show up right away. And you can kind of like minimize that. Click apply. Then you can set your mic to push talk if you wish for video. Now I have my background resolution set at 720p. If you have a high resolution, I do suggest a 16:9 ratio. And if you are downscaling, switch this from a well, if you don't do any downscaling, you can do vanilla. If you are doing downscale, do vanilla, and that will get you set up right there. Clicking apply, and you can set up hotkeys to start streaming, stop streaming, stuff like that if you wish. But that's pretty much the basic setup for this. It's really straightforward. Not a whole lot to do. For me, I use a bitrate of 1100. This is what works best for me. What works best for you may not necessarily work. What works best for me may not necessarily work best for you. So you may want to play around with these settings a bit, but here is just a quote-unquote general rule of thumb. Alright, so you've got this far and you're not too sure what to do or where to go from here. Alright, first thing I recommend is what kind of assets do you want to add? Let's say that you want to add a starting soon screen. So let's rename this to starting soon. And then go over here to sources, and then we'll add an image. In this case, click. It says create new, and you can do start, and then click browse. Then go to your folder that you have like all your stuff in. So for me, it's my hairs and pounds. So right here I have a starting soon screen. So right here, click open, click OK. Then you'll want to drag the image that you're using, scale it to this little black window right here. And for anything that you add, you want to do this as well. So once you have that, it has a little snap feature, so you can just snap it to it. So that's one convenience. And let's say you want to add notifications to this, so we can do a browser source. So we'll do alerts. So click OK, and then here you'll put in where we went earlier from Chrome. You want to grab your alerts. So you'll have like something like this on Muxy or Streamlabs. You can go to box. Okay, go to here. You'll click to show the widget URL and then copy and paste that into here. But for now, that's where it was. So you can put this little copy thing right here. Then go back over to OBS and then paste. Oops, copy. Then paste. Then change this to whatever you want it to be. I have it at 30 by 720 on my main thing. Then click OK. And then it should update. Give me just 1 second here, and let's just do a little test here. Let's make sure it did copy correctly, so edit. We can test to follow. There we go. I'm going to scale that down. So scale that to where you want it. Sorry for the double sounds. It's probably playing on both. Maybe. Possibly. But yeah, scale the words to where you want it at. And then you can literally, what you can do is if you're happy with where the alerts are, stuff like that, you can go over here, right click, do duplicate. Then we'll rename this as be right back. Then all we have to do for this is properties, browse, then select the image for the be right back image, click OK, click rename, and we'll rename this to AFK or be right back, whatever you want to do, and then you're set up for your second scene. You can do this for you can do that once again, duplicate and rename for end. And you can set up hotkeys to switch between these if you so desire. I don't, I usually just click between them, but say we're going to set up an end, so we're going to rename this from AFK to the end. Then we'll go to properties, click browse, and then we'll select our end screen. And bam, we have 3 different scenes set up that quickly. It's literally that quick. And if you want to, you can move these around for each screen. That's really up to you, the end user. But you can scale and end, but keeping the images the same scaling in between, you can use that duplication trick to make scenes rapidly. Alright, so now we get into the bread and butter. Let's say we want to set up for a stream or a recording, etc. So let's click, we can right click here, or we can press this little add button right here, and we can do game. We'll just name this game. Alright, this gives you a whole new template, and let's say we want to add let's do the browser search first. We can do this as alerts. You also can add, oh, already exists, okay. Click that, then scale that down to how you want it. So for now we'll do it like over there, and then we'll add another source. So say we want to do game capture, or image cap, or add an image like a GIF or something like that. You can click here, or media source. You can add those as well, but for now let's add an image. Let's do this as overlay. By naming the things what they are, it gives you a little bit easier knowing what you're working with and how to best utilize it. So for this instance, we're going to use this webcam overlay. So, and then we're going to scale it to where we want it to be at. And a really good thing that I will suggest that you can do as well. So if you don't have the thing running, you can do like a background so that you can kind of see, because some overlays are real dark and it's hard to really tell where stuff is at. So adding a background always helps. So we'll do this as a background, then we'll scale this. Now just play around with this until you get it to where you want it. Snap it. There we go. Should automatically snap. Now you see, now we can't see the alerts or the overlay anymore because the background's on top. So what you can do is left click and drag this where you want it. So bam, there we go. So now we have more room to work with. So our alerts is there. So we want to show, so we can do that and kind of like see about where our alerts is, or we can put it over top to make that even more handy. So let's scale that down to maybe like that, and then see how that looks in comparison to that. So it's a little big, so we'll do there. And next thing we'll want to do is add a video capture device. So adding a webcam, if you so desire. So we'll do webcam for the name of this, and we'll click OK, and then bam, we got webcam, and you can set up custom resolution for this. I recommend doing something a little downscale, that way you can like zoom and stuff like that. It really depends on what your webcam capacities are, but I really like doing this. So I can do configure video, and then I can like zoom in if I really want to, and get a really nice picture going there, and click OK. So now at the moment this thing's not going to scale to this image because it's a little off. So what we can do to resolve that is right click the webcam, click properties, and see all that, and get that fixed. But you also can add filters. So let's add a filter real quick. So let's do effects, and let's add crop, no scaling, resolution, and we'll set it 720. There we go. And click close, and then bam, we've got it set up where it should perfectly fit within this image, and you can play around with it, get it pixel perfect if you want. I kind of most people like to say it's pixel perfect. So there we go. That's a little bit off, so you can So again, let's here, get this as picture perfect as you can. There we go. And you can also just overlay a little bit. Won't put that over the webcam. There we go. See how I just clicked and dragged it up there, and voila. Alright, now let's get to a game. Let's say you want to add, not only have your alerts, your webcam, but really here to game. So let's add a game source. So we can do game capture. And can name it and keep it game capture if you want. And then you can click capture specific window. That's what I like the best. And then capture the game you want. For testing purposes, let's start up a game here. Then we'll click properties for the game capture. Then we'll click Overwatch. Click OK. And then we can move the game capture down here. And there we go. As simple as that. Anyway, thanks for watching.